I created a new verb, Netflixed. Bill Ackman got Netflixed. So please go to the comment below and congratulate me on creating a new verb, Netflixed. If you're new to this channel, my name is Mariusz Konieczny. I run Microcap Explosions, a website dedicated to microcap stocks which are ignored and underfollowed by the investment industry. I also wrote about 10 books on investing, one of which is available for a free download at microcapexplosions.com. I also created valueinvestinguniversity.com, which is a free resource to make you a more intelligent investor. How do you lose $400 million in a matter of 3 months? Well, you put $1 billion into an investment that declines significantly, and that's how you lose $400 million. See, this is what snowball is all about. Remember how I said you put a ball out of snow on top of the hill, and as it rolls, it picks up more and more snow. And this is what investing is about, that when you only have $10,000 to your name and you double your money, you only made $10,000. But when you have $1 million and you double your money, you made $1 million. So a snowball works both ways. You can make a lot of money and you can lose a lot of money. And in case of Bill Ackman, as you know, he invested in Netflix after the previous quarter that showed a slowdown in the company's subscriber growth. He invested, and now the most recent quarter came out and the growth turned negative, and then the stock is in a complete free fall. And so Bill Ackman's fund lost about $400 million. He got Netflixed, but he cut his losses short very quickly. He said, I made a mistake, I cut the losses, and I sell. And I'm not here to say whether he did the right thing by selling or whether he was smart or stupid to invest in Netflix. I'm not here to bash anybody or to say that somebody was dumb or stupid. But I find this whole Netflix situation pretty fascinating because when the pandemic started, Netflix was the darling of the pandemic, right? People are going to be signing up for Netflix because they're stuck at home. 2 weeks later, they said people are going to be signing up for Netflix because of the pandemic. 3 weeks later, people are going to be signing up for Netflix because of the pandemic. And then the stock kept going higher, and nobody paid attention to anything as to, well, how much are you paying now for the Netflix stock in relation to revenues? Oh, shut up. Everybody's going to be signing up for Netflix. And the stock just kept going up and up and up and up. And then now, you know, we're behind the pandemic for about 2 years, and then the stock is lower than it was before. And now the growth turned negative. And if you think about this growth for a second, I mean, it's not really that surprising. I didn't really predict it. I thought it was a possibility, but like, it's not surprising because look, when you have so many people signing up for Netflix, like, it's going to be very difficult to maintain that growth, right? That's obvious. But then you're also going to have this group of people that are going to cancel the subscription, and the growth might turn negative. So now the stock of Netflix is absolutely crashing, and not because the company is not profitable, not because it doesn't have revenues, not because it's not a great business, only because the growth turned negative, and there is now uncertainty about, is Netflix even a growth stock? Because you see, I always say to myself, I just made this up, is that if a company is not growing, stable revenues, stable net income, I would say it's worth 10 times net income. If it's not growing, it's not shrinking, it's 10 times. Now, if the company is growing its revenues or bottom line, but I'm talking about bottom line now, it is worth more than a PE of 10, okay? Now, the faster it grows, the more PE I would say it deserves, right? So Netflix was growing, right? And it was trading for a crazy amount. I don't even know, crazy, 60, 80, 90 PE, right? And now, at first, growth slowed down. So there was still growth, but it slowed down. So then the stock price crashed because obviously it was stretched to the limit. That's all you need with these crazy valuations. All you need is a little hiccup and then the stock gets destroyed. That's why you should pay attention to valuations and just stay away from those companies when they're, crazy valuations. Just, because you see, stocks go up taking stairs, but they go down taking the elevator. So you don't even have time to get out of these stocks when you don't pay attention to these things. But anyway, so it's crashed like 20% in the prior quarter, 20% in one day, right? Just because the growth slowed down. So think about this. I said, if the growth is 0, I would put a 10 multiple on it. If the growth is negative, then I wouldn't even put 10 on it, right? Well, now Netflix, the growth turned negative, and then the stock is still trading at 20 times PE. So following my, rule of thumb, I wouldn't even pay 20 times for Netflix, right? It would have to get cut in half, more than cut in half from the current level for me to get even interested, right? And probably even then I wouldn't get interested because I have better ideas that I'm interested in, but that's besides the point. The point is that you see, you have different groups of people that are in these stocks. You have, these growth investors that will pay any price, and then the people on the bottom, or the people that will catch, is value investors. Because if the stock goes down low enough, eventually the value investors are going to pick it up. Bill Ackman is a value investor. And think about this. Bill Ackman walked away from Netflix. He lost $400 million because he doesn't know how to value it. He doesn't know how to value it because he doesn't have the visibility as to, what Netflix revenues are going to do, what the net income is going to do. So he's just like, I'm out because I can't value it. So now the next question that you should ask yourself, if value investors are walking away, how much lower will Netflix have to go in order for value investors to get interested? And I bet some value investors are already interested. Why? Because they probably are making predictions or they're making bets. Like, for example, Netflix is still a growth company. Just because it dipped now, the growth will resume because it dipped because, there was so much signing up during COVID. If it wasn't COVID, it would still be growing. So they're making all kinds of rationalizations or guesses or projections. So some already are interested, but it's not super clear as to it's growing and I'm going to pay for this. No, that's why I don't know how low Netflix can go. But there's a lesson here. There's a lesson here, and I'm going to keep using that word. Oh, so-and-so got Netflixed. And I think that it's a matter of time before Tesla get Netflixed. And Tesla does need to get Netflixed because it's the similar situation right now. Oh, the car is nice. Oh, they're selling more cars. Oh, look at this quarter. Oh, so what? The company is valued at $1 trillion. Valued, it's not worth $1 trillion. The lunatics are valuing it at $1 trillion, right? And you see, they're even talking about that Tesla is going to sell more cars than Toyota, right? And if you look at the most popular cars that Tesla sells, they're $66,000 cars, right? So Tesla is more of a luxury car manufacturer than it is an affordable car manufacturer. So at what point will there be a slowdown? Because competition is obviously, coming in. And come on, Tesla is just a car with a battery, right? And a software. So unless you are, Tesla lover, yeah, you're gonna buy Tesla. But for somebody like me, I don't care. I'll buy whatever I need to. And I don't even need an electric car. I'm going to be driving the car that I have. And when I have to buy an electric car, I'm not attached to Tesla. I'm going to buy what's the best for my money, right? And after you run out of the fanboys on Tesla or the people that want to flex and show that they have Tesla, the growth is likely going to slow down. But the valuation is stretched so high that it's not going to take much for Tesla to get Netflixed. So we'll see. But that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. You know what to do. Click on the subscribe button, notification button, leave me a comment, and hopefully you like this video. Thanks for watching.